In this Star Wars Outlaws video, I will be showing you all of the new cosmetics that have been added to the game in Update 1.6 and the second DLC, A Pirate's Fortune. There are so many to take a look at, including some free ones for everybody, but before we do dive into them, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future Star Wars Outlaws videos. So, as of May 15th, the Star Wars Outlaws team have added a bunch of new cosmetics into the game that are both free and paid, and we are going to be taking a look at absolutely everything. Some of these are so cool and some of my favourite in the entire game. I also want to give Ubisoft a massive thank you for allowing me to have early access to Update 1.6 and A Pirate's Fortune so I could make this video for you. Let's now take a look at the new cosmetics, and I will start with the two big new cosmetic packs. These will be available to those that have the Ultimate Edition of the game, the Deluxe Edition of the game, or have purchased the Ultimate Pack separately, so that's the pack that includes the Lando and Jyn skins. If you only want one of these packs, you can purchase each of them separately for $9 each. The first of the two new cosmetic packs I want to share with you is the Naboo Nobility one, and this is just awesome. Starting with Kay's gear set, it looks fantastic. It's based on this dress from Attack of the Clones that Padme wears. It has been changed, so it's no longer a dress that doesn't make sense, but something that's far more practical for Kay to wear. As with all gear sets, it comes with the chest, belt, and legs parts, so you can mix and match the various parts of this outfit if you wish to do so. It doesn't come with any gameplay changing elements, it's purely cosmetic, but of course you can overlay them on a gear set that does actually have gameplay changes, so you can still keep that look, but keep the effects of other gear sets. As you can see, this outfit is quite a lot different to the ones that we have in the game already, and it's one of my favourites, I would say. Nyx also gets a cosmetic as part of this pack, which you can see here. So, as you can see, this features a thing that goes around his neck, that sort of the material you'd expect Padme to wear. And then he has these bands that go around what would be his gills if he was an axolotl, but he's not. I don't know what that body part of Maquaw is called, but there you go, it looks pretty cool. Kay's blaster gets a new coating, and it's called the Palace Guard coating. It features this sort of purple material on the handle, and then it also has a new finish on the main barrel as well. So it's not just sort of this silver effect, it also has some detailing, some very nice detailing as well, which makes sense for Padme and Naboo. A real nice detail is that the scope lens now is purple, and there is also a very small glowing orb that is reminiscent of the Globe of Peace as we see in The Phantom Menace. The paint job for Kay's speeder is the Royal Palace paint job. It is somewhat similar to Kay's blaster, where it features this metallic look at the front, and it has really nice detailing, and on the seat and such it has the real nice material you'd expect from Naboo. The material is reminiscent of some of the outfits that we see Padme wear in the various films, such as this one. Honestly, one of my favourite speeder designs they've added to the game. The trinket for this pack is the Naboo Crystal, which is available to be used on both the Speeder and the Trailblazer, and it's very much like the Globe of Peace as seen in The Phantom Menace as well, and it is fully animated, so it does work like it should do, which is very, very cool. I think this is, again, one of my favourite trinkets in the game because it just adds more to it. It's very bright and also has some animation to it. This is how the trinket looks on both the Speeder and the Trailblazer in-game. You can also add a new trophy to the Speeder, and this is the Naboo Coronation Flowers. This is one of the larger trophies available in the game right now, and it just adds a bunch of flowers onto the side of the speeder bike. And there were already a few flowers actually on the paint job itself, so when you pair it with this, it just looks fantastic. So if you love flowers, then this is going to be the combo for you. But that is not all for this pack, because it does include a paint job for the Trailblazer, and this is the Royal Chromium finish. And it's exactly what you'd expect it to be. It is essentially the N1 Starfighter look, and it looks awesome. This is probably in my top 3 looks for the Trailblazer in the game. It's just so good, and I'm going to be using this a lot. From all angles, it just looks fantastic, doesn't it? And I'm so happy they added this to the game. The other Ultimate Pack inclusion is this pack, the Desert Nomad Pack, and this to me is inspired by Rey's appearance in The Force Awakens. It's not entirely Rey's appearance and such, but there are various things that sort of go to it. So, as you can see, it includes this gear set, 4K. There is the jacket, the belt, and the leg section, and all of these can be adjusted. Once again, no gameplay changes, purely cosmetic. When you look at the colours and the materials and even the sash that Kay is wearing around her chest, it is somewhat reminiscent of Rey's appearance in The Force Awakens. I know some people were expecting Obi-Wan, but this is a nice change. It's Rey, and as a huge Rey fan, I'm very happy with this pack. The Nick's cosmetic features a few items, so he has these bands around his ears or gills again, as well as sort of a scarf, and then also a tail wrapping as well, so you get 3 things in one. Also, that's not his fur clipping out of the bands, that is intended. I looked through the files, checked the model, and that is intended. It just adds a little bit more to it, I suppose. Kay's speeder has a new paint job, and it's called the Dune Sea paint job. It does look cool and worn as you'd expect for those harsh conditions on Tatooine. Also, the light on the speeder bike is actually a little bit different compared to the other skins in the game as well, which is a nice touch. To go with the paint job, there is a trinket as well, so this is the Scout Canteen trinket to keep water in. This makes a lot of sense for this pack, and this can work in both the Trailblazer and the Speeder, and this is how it looks in both of them. The Speeder gets a trophy, and it's the survival canisters. The Trailblazer gets a new paint finish in this pack, and it is the Sandstorm finish, which you can see on screen right here. Based on the colour scheme, it is definitely inspired by Rey's Speeder from The Force Awakens, which I am a fan of. Whilst it is quite orange and similar to that appearance that we already have in the Ultimate pack with the Lando's inspired pack, this is a lot more worn, and there are sort of a lot of little details that you don't really get to see when you're piloting the Trailblazer. When you go up close to it, you can see there are parts missing, lots of scuffs and damage, and it just adds a bit more character to it. Last but certainly not least in this pack is the Desert Nomad ship fuel. So this is a brand new colour scheme for the fuel for the Trailblazer, and it looks fantastic. This might be my favourite in the entire game. It's essentially just sunset colours, and wow, it's awesome. Just look at that. It looks so cool. It's got pinks, purples, blues, orange. It looks great, doesn't it? And this is what it looks like with the 5th engine that comes with the Hunter's Legacy appearance as well. So as you can see, it keeps the same colour scheme and it looks great. By the way, if you are looking to purchase these cosmetic packs, the second DLC, the Season Pass or Outlaws itself, please consider using my creator code as a true at checkout, plus add the code LEGEND on top of that to save $10 on your order before May 20th. On to the free cosmetics now, which are available for absolutely everybody that owns the game as part of Update 1.6. So these are just a few Skeleton Crew inspired cosmetics, again completely free, that will be waiting for you when you open the game. Just go into the game and go to the delivery crate at the back of the Trailblazer, and you will have access to these items. First we have the Mikey and Quaff, and this is for Nick. So it changes Nyx's colour scheme quite a bit actually. It gives him that blue look. It is inspired by Neil, who is seen in Skeleton Crew, one of the fan favourite characters from that show, and yeah, I think people will be very happy with this one. There is quite a large red scarf as well with a couple of bandages, so it doesn't just completely turn Nyx blue. The trinket for both the Trailblazer and the Speeder are handlebar tassels. We see the kids have these on their speeders in Skeleton Crew, so if you are a fan of those, you want to pretend you're in Skeleton Crew with Kay's speeder, then this is the trinket for you. And then we also have a trophy for the speeder, and it's the Slapball trophy. So this is what we briefly see in Star Wars Skeleton Crew. It is a game that they are playing in school. This is quite a bright trophy. It does feature emissive textures. So those are all of the Skeleton Crew cosmetics, but now let's turn our attention to the cosmetics included in A Pirate's Fortune, the second DLC featuring legendary pirate Hondo Anaka. So we will start with the rewards that are part of the brand new faction that you can work for, the Mayuki Trade League. This is a whole new gameplay section included in A Pirate's Fortune. So if you do purchase that DLC, you can now do smuggling work for the Mayuki Trade League. It's actually a lot more in-depth than you think, and doing this work will allow you to unlock new items for the Trailblazer in the form of upgrades that just make it even better, but also new cosmetics as well. Completing a Mayuki contract with at least 2 cargo types fully loaded unlocks the Mayuki Trade League symbol trinket for both the Speeder and Trailblazer. Completing a contract with at least 3 cargo types fully loaded unlocks the Ion Flare fuel, which looks great. Completing a contract with 4 cargo types fully loaded unlocks the Fortune Hunter finish for the Trailblazer. This is a mix of that gold, yellow and green, so it's sort of split into, and again, looks cool. Next up is a new gear set for Kay and an accessory for Nyx. I do want to give a minor spoiler warning just in case you want to go through A Pirate's Fortune without knowing how you unlock this. or what it is. Skip forward to this timestamp so you do avoid this skin. Ready? Okay, so this is the Rakana Raider gear set. It is given to you once you have completed the story missions in that DLC, so you get the jacket, the belt, and the leg piece. And what's cool about this gear set, it does actually include a gameplay changing element, so it's not just purely cosmetic. It's very similar to the cosmetic pack we got. It is similar to the gear set we got in the Wildcard DLC, where it's not completely cosmetic. So if you equip all 3 items, you will actually get some reduction in damage taken from blasters, projectile weapons, and explosions. Plus, it reduces damage taken when aiming pickup weapons. I definitely do like this look. It is similar colours to the Naboo nobility one, but it is still different enough, and I do like it overall. Nyx also comes with this accessory. It includes a bandana, which has a few nice details, as well as the necklace as well, which is made up of a bunch of different rocks, so that's pretty cool. And last but certainly not least is a brand new free cosmetic for everybody, which is available as part of Ubisoft Connect. So if you do have enough Uplay reward points, you can actually purchase this headgear for Nyx. So it's quite dark, but it does have some purple look to it as well. So this is just yet another free item included with this new update. I would love to hear your thoughts on any of the cosmetics I've shown in this video, so please do let me know down in the comment section below your favourite and things like that. If you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like to help support the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss any future Star Wars Outlaws videos, and if you did miss any of my previous Outlaws videos, click on the playlist on the screen right now, and I shall see you in my next video. Goodbye.